So let's start with looking at the development environment. Now, we use the Microsoft Dynamics NAV development environment to develop Microsoft Dynamics NAV applications. So in the Microsoft Dynamics NAV development environment, we can access the Object Designer, and the Object Designer will provide us an overview of all the application objects such as tables, pages, reports, and so on. Other uses of the development environment are creating or maintaining databases and using a debugger. We can also upload or change the NAV licenses in the development environment. So let's have a look at the development environment. So this is the Microsoft Dynamics NAV development environment. And the first thing we can do is open the Object Designer. So if I click on Tools and if I select Object Designer, you can see now all the different objects we have here in the Object Designer. So we have tables, there are pages, reports, and so on. So a couple of examples. So we have tables, of course, very important. So all the data maintained in the database is stored in tables. So for example, the customer table. If I click on Design, you can see the different fields we have in the customer table. So we have obvious fields such as number, name, address. There are the posting groups, the currency code. There is also the payment terms, and so on. So here, all the fields that we want to record for customers are created or defined. Now, if users want to create a new customer, they do not do this by creating records directly in a table, but they're using pages. So let me click on Page, and here we have, for example, the customer card. So if a user wants to create a new customer, they can go to a customer card and create a new record. So let me also click on Design here. So here you can see how the design of a customer or a typical card page looks like. And here you recognize the different fast tabs that we have on the customer card. And so we have the general fast tab, there is address and contact, and if I scroll down you have invoicing and so on. So on each card, fields of the customer table are linked, like for example the number field, the name field, the search name field, and so on. Furthermore, so besides tables and pages, we have reports to print, for example, information from the system. There are code units which combine a number of lines of codes that can be triggered in other objects. There are queries. We have XML ports that we can create in order to import or export information based on XML statements. And we have the menu suite. So this is a first and very important use of the Object Designer. So developers, they will work in the Object Designer to modify existing objects or to create new objects. Furthermore, what else can we do with the Object Designer? Well, we can maintain databases. So if I click on File, if I go to Database, you can see that there are a number of options that we can use. And we can create new databases, we can change existing databases, or we can retrieve some general database information. If I click on Tools, I can also access a debugger. So if a developer wants to debug a specific session, they can start the debugger here. And we can also upload license information. So if you want to change from a customer license to your own partner license, for example, you can also do this from the development environment.